let's talk about different types of data centers, right? So there are basically 4 types of data centers available, right? So it's all increasing. Type 1 is a basic model, then we have type 2, the better version, on top there is another better version, and finally we have tier 4. Okay, so different versions of data centers are there. So in tier 1 data center, it's a basic data center with some minimal facilities, right? So it is a tier 1 data center is the basic capacity level to support IT systems for an office setting. For a small office, if you need some cloud data center, you can have it. For a small office, if you are running, for that you can have it. What all things it includes? It includes an UPS, a physical area to store that IT systems, dedicated cooling, some AC to run 24/7, and a backup power generator for that setup, right? So tier 1 protects against service disruptions from human error. Something human makes mistakes, that can be taken care, but not against unexpected failures or outages, right? If some outage is happening, unexpected failure is happening, we have to bring down the data center and make the changes. That's why you can expect an annual downtime of 29 hours in tier 1 data center. So annually per year, overall average 29 hours of time, tier 1 data centers are not available. Then the next version, that is the additional version or a better version, is tier 2. What is the difference here? Tier 2 has additional cooling components for better maintenance and safety against disruptions. So the cooling has been increased here in tier 2. So what all components it includes? It has engine generators, chillers, cooling units, and pumps. So additional cooling things we are adding, so that whenever the heat is generated, we are cooling it and balancing it so that the infrastructure is not damaged physically. Although you can remove components from tier 2 data centers without shutting them down, right? Sometimes unexpected failures can affect the system here also. That's why the annual downtime of tier 2 data center is 22 hours. Okay, so it is little less compared to tier 1. Here we are saying 29 hours, but there is no much difference between 29 hours and 22 hours. Only difference is that cooling components are added. Then we have the next one, that is tier 3. Okay, so tier 3 data centers provide greater data redundancy. So it means here we are focusing on the data backup, whereas in tier 1 and tier 2 we are not taking the backup of the data. In tier 3 we are having backup of the data, and you can maintain or replace equipment without system shutdown. That is possible in tier 3, right? The important point here is about the data redundancy, backup of data. They also implement redundancy on support systems like power and cooling units to guarantee only 1.6 hours of downtime. See this. Overall, in the whole year, the total downtime, annual downtime, is just 1.6 hours. It is that powerful, and that much availability is there, right? And the final one is tier 4 data center, or the best version of that, right? It contains several physically isolated systems to avoid disruption. At one data center something happens, we are not putting all the, see here we are saying we are supporting data redundancy, we are having backup of data, but that is at one location only. If I put it at different locations, then there is no problem at all. If one system or one data center, some fire accident happens also, there is backup at a different location, right? From both planned and unplanned events, we are having different isolated systems, so that if any unplanned event or planned event happens, we need not worry about that. They are completely fault tolerant. Tier 4 data centers are fault tolerant with fully redundant systems and can guarantee a downtime of only 26 minutes each year. Now you see how compared to tier 1, you see about the tier 4, right? So it is that available, and this is one of the best versions of data center. And obviously what data centers the big platforms are using, no, these things will be using tier 4 data center only. That's why the downtime is very, very less. Again, this is average. Okay, that it's also for some cases it's even less than 26 minutes a year, right? So these are 4 different types of data centers: tier 1, 2, 3 and 4. In 1 we have a basic setup, In 2 we have additional cooling components, in 3 we have power data backup, and in 4 they are completely fault tolerant because we are having them in different locations, right. So, this is about different types of data centers.